Greetings, Earthlings. My name is Helium-Lemon-15, and I'm your host for this episode of The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Oh, wow. My video was so loud, and now it's not because I fixed it. But, oh, don't do this. You're gonna make it rain on yourself. Or something. Yes? Yeah, the water just pushes us off. Alright, so we're almost done with the Great Bay Temple, and like I said, this has all been recorded already. Although, I guess that's pretty easy for you as a viewer to guess. I think it was about these chews, but I can't remember what enemy it was. But I kept having this really, bizarre thought that the sound that those, enemies make as they're, hopping around sounds oddly like... I don't know, it just made me think of this one phrase, Talitha Kum. I think it's, Aramaic or something, and it's, what Jesus says to, the little girl as he brings her back to life. Anyway, that's probably an obscure enough reference that not many people are going to appreciate it, but I thought it was bizarre enough to make a comment about. It's just one of those strange things that I think about. Anyway, we are not completely failing at this temple, but I was getting really frustrated at it. But yeah, this temple is notable for being frustrating, so it's not that not that bad. Just a lot of it was being stuck in the same room for a long time. That was what I was frustrated with. Yeah, apart from that, I'm back from my spring break. Today is technically, my first day back. I feel, nervous. I feel like I'm not exactly ready for school to start back up, and... I don't know. I feel like I'm just kind of... Well, always just kind of in the mood to do my own thing, and not sure where school is gonna take me. Worried about keeping up with, the little things, the papers that I got to write. And I guess that's not such a big deal. And here I was really ticked off because I didn't want to be in this room again, but I kind of ended up here by accident, and since this room is, a one-way track, then once you end up in this room, even if it's the water current pushing you accidentally in here, then you still have to go through this room, and it's so annoying because you gotta keep switching out your arrows, and there I froze it when it was too low, and it's just all this annoying... This room is so annoying. I eventually got the hang of it, but seriously. Anyway, I remember watching Chugga Conroy's LP of this, and he was like, oh, in the Japanese version of this game, you have to pause the wheel at, the exact timing, or something, and I was like, dang. That's all I said, just dang. Oh, I have some... Well, I'm always going through, this really, stupid hodgepodge of games that I've, assembled on Steam, through collecting, and... there was this, one, free game called Color Symphony. It's the same exact premise that I've seen in this other game called Hue, where, you change the colors of the background and different items pop out. Which is a really cool concept, except Hue has kind of a control scheme that doesn't always work. And Color Symphony is, this free game, and it's, it's nice, but, it's so corny, and it's so badly programmed. I would take a hit in that game, and, the animation of, getting back up takes, 10 seconds. And it's, it has this great, English translated back into English from the Japanese, or aka English when it's like a bad translation. Anyway, oh, look what happens. We went into this pathway by accident because I was trying to find the right pathway, and I went into this pathway again by accident. That's kind of why I hate this temple. Even though I don't hate it. And then I was like, I got a better idea. Let's just warp to the beginning of the temple. So, there we go. There we go. Ham and potatoes. But yeah, that game Color Symphony also had some other glitches in it. And apparently it got like a big enough response that they made Color Symphony 2, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to get Hue back out, see if I can get it to work. But I finally started playing Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Like, I played through the first level. I was like, what the heck is the jump button? Oh, it's A? Like, on my keyboard. Oh. It was so stupid, but I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that game. Like, cause I watched, like, Yako's video of, like, the original Sonic games, and it just... He was talking about just like how Sonic 3 was the best one, and it has that whole like history with Michael Jackson, which is one of the most like bizarre things about like video game history. I love learning about history, whether it's music history or video game history or American history. I just love history in general. I'm discovering that. I feel like it's going to be something I want to pursue in the future. But yeah, the Michael Jackson being somehow involved in the composition of Sonic 3's soundtrack is like one of the most like interesting little tidbits of obscure history, especially because just like imagining it like happening within the industry is it's such a bizarre like chance encounter. And yes, the video is back to normal speed because we finally made it to a new room after messing around with that stupid room with the levers. Like, that's not even cool. It's just like levers. It's freaking levers. It's so dorky. No, I'm kidding. So that has like a current in it, so that'll just push you out back to the main room. But fortunately, it's not too hard to get back in there. Even though the water current in this central room is like fast as heck. Anyway. Yeah, the water current is fast as heck, so of course it's going to push you into a room. And if you don't know what room you're going into, and because of the currents, like, the rooms are all, like, one-way streets. And then, on top of that, just, like, everything requires the ice arrows, so it's a tremendous waste of magic. So that's... and... the swimming controls can be a bit patchy, but... that's honestly not entirely the game's fault, so I don't know. I don't want to entirely blame it on that. But those are my basic issues with the temple. Other than that, I think it's a pretty well-designed temple. So, I'm kind of not looking forward to the Stone Tower Temple, because I know it's going to be great, and it's also going to be terrible. Because it's me, and I can be horrible at video games sometimes. Especially the classics. No, I don't know. I don't know what that was. And there's all the stray fairies, so yeah, we actually basically made it all the way through the temple. This is like the last video before the boss, and the boss... is the boss door actually up here, or do we have one more room? No, that's the boss door. Heck yeah. Wait, if that's the... oh. Nice. Gotta make the water flow, and I was pulling the wrong direction, so gotta make the water flow. So what can I say in the last minute of this video? I don't know. I'm bad at video games, but I like replaying all these classic video games. I don't know. I feel like 5 or 6 years ago, things were so much simpler because I would have, like, these video games that, like, it's like, oh, it's a new experience and I haven't beat it yet. And let me just play, like maybe have 5 or 6 games that I'm playing through at the same time and keep track of it. And now it's like I have all these different systems and, like, I'm playing through probably like 40 games at the same time and not even playing through, just like dabbling them. And then there are like Steam games with glitches or games with old controllers. So next time we will have the boss of the Great Bay Temple, and it will be a pretty fun time, I think. I don't know. Stay tuned for more shenanigans. Goodbye.